Logic is about to walk out, so grab your popcorn. Hi, I'm Lola, personal trainer and nutrition coach on a mission to shape a better you together. And today we are reacting to some posts from fat acceptance and healthy at every size movements. Let's beast it.
A thin person who rarely exercises and regularly abuses drug and alcohol, whose diet consists almost exclusively of pizza rolls and cinnamon toast crunch. And I can't remember the last time someone told me that I was disgusting or that my body was unacceptable because they were concerned for my health. So I'm gonna need some of you to come up with a better reason for your fat phobia and hatred of fat people, or better yet, maybe just learn to mind your own business. LOL. Read it, then read it again.
I'm not sure what point you were trying to make here, but you demolished it. Let's read that again.
I'm a thin person
Okay?
who rarely exercises and regularly abuses drug and alcohol.
That right there. Yes, you are thin, but because you abuse alcohol and drugs? No. Even as a thin person, you're not healthy. You just proved that point. You know. And here's the thing, thinking that being thin means being healthy is a problem, because even thin people are not always healthy, and this is an example of a thin person who is not healthy. Come on, you abuse alcohol and drugs, your diet is poor, and on top of that you don't exercise. So yeah, no, you're not healthy, and you should actually get some serious help, because you are doing harm to yourself. And if you think that you were actually backing up obese people from the fat acceptance and healthy at every size movement, you were not. You were endangering yourself and many other people who possibly are going to follow you or are even following you down that path, and you are hurting fat acceptance and healthy at every size as well. So yeah, it's no, you're not healthy. You may be thin, but you're not healthy. Plus, you make a mockery of people being concerned for your health. Girl, you should be concerned for your health.
How come lifestyle changes invariably focus on changes in nutrition and exercise? Answer: because a lifestyle change is code for diet. Yup, a lifestyle change is a diet. Perhaps adding more whole grains and vegetables into your diet will benefit you. Perhaps including more movement into your life will benefit you. But these changes will not improve your life, especially if these changes are motivated by a desire to lose weight. Movement and eating driven by a desire to change our bodies is rooted in diet culture. We know diets are not sustainable. We also know the potential for diets to cause more harm.
Dieting is consistent. We all are on a diet. Everything that we eat is the diet that we subscribe to. It doesn't need to be called keto or vegan or whatever to be a diet. You need to look that up. So basically, you are also on a diet. Whatever that is, it is a diet. You got it right though. We also know the potential for diets to cause more harm. Yes, if your diet consists of processed food only, yes, it's going to cause more harm indeed.
I saw your Facebook post and congratulations on your school in the fall. I had an issue with the rest of your post because you mentioned weight loss and getting healthier. You should have used CW or TW to warn others about your story regarding losing weight because it can be offensive to others. Furthermore, you were fine before you lost weight because you could walk and did work. Therefore, you didn't have to lose weight to get healthier. I know Becky also lost weight because of you, and you didn't have to drag her into diet culture because she was fine at her size. It's alright to love yourself and body, but don't take space from larger folks.
Wait, what? Are you seriously telling me that people now have to ask permission or warn others before they post anything about themselves? Really? Plus, if you don't like what people post on their pages, please don't look at them. And also, you have the option to block people. You have the option to block those posts. And finally, you have the option to unfriend them. You are not obliged to keep them in your friend list if you don't like what they post. And you're not obliged to look at everything they do or post either. Then explain to me how someone losing weight is offensive to you. Like, it's their body. They do with it what they want. Same way as you do what you do with your body. You decided to eat yourself to your size. They decided to lose some weight. So, what's the difference between the choices that you make with your body and the one that they do with theirs? Stop trying to be a dictator with other people's bodies. We let you do what you want with your body, so let us do what we want with ours. Why does your friends' weight loss have to do with you? It's not about you. Not everything is about you. Then, what's up with this? Oh, you were fine before you could walk and do work. What is that? What is that about? And actually, I'm going to read someone else's answer to this post. Many of the people on my 600-pound life can walk and do work. Doctor now is just taking advantage of them and dragging them into diet culture. Right? This is insane. This is like, seriously, this is insane.
If you gain weight after discontinuing dieting and rigid food rules, then your body needed to gain weight. This is true at any size.
What? So, okay, if we take the example of someone who has cancer and they are on a treatment that is helping them with cancer and it helps the cancer go away, then they stop that treatment and the cancer comes back. Does that mean it's because their body needs to have cancer? Wait, someone else has a similar analogy, a similar question, and they ask, if you started drinking after discontinuing sobriety, your body needed alcohol. Right? It's just so ridiculous. Like, what kind of logic is this? Okay, don't answer that. That was a rhetorical question. Because this is obviously Fatlogic. But seriously, come on, let's get real. What is this? You know, when you start restricting what you eat, and actually, I'm not going to say restricting because that is a word that you use. When you are aware of what you eat and track everything you eat to accommodate a certain goal, yes, you are going to lose a few pounds. And let's say that is your goal, to lose some fat. You are going to restrict the quantity of the food that you eat. And by losing fat, if you are obese, you will get healthier because, as we've said many times before, fat can kill you. So by doing so, yeah, you are going to lose some fat. And if you come back to your old ways, the way you ate before watching what you eat, the way that got you to your size, your original obese size to begin with, of course you are going to gain weight. And that's not because your body wants to gain weight, because again, you decide what you do with your body. Your body does not decide instead of you. You decide to be obese, your body does not. And by doing so, you are actually hurting your body. And if your body could actually speak, I think it would tell you itself. You are hurting it with that many unhealthy food that you load it with.
Hello, lovely people. I'm a happy 31-year-old who loves anti-diet and is very pro health at every size, and most of the time love existing in my large body. I've in recent years managed to untangle myself from the messy web of constant yo-yo dieting and learn to listen to my body, trust it knows what I need, and practice a lot of acceptance that I can be worthy, beautiful, and live in a bigger body. This was all going well. I haven't owned a scare in about 2 years. However, for the last year, I've been trying to have a baby and unfortunately suffer from recurrent miscarriages. I have been seeking specialist help to get to the bottom of it and have an amazingly supportive general practitioner. But unfortunately, like many medical industries, the fertility space is incredibly fatphobic. And although it's unlikely my weight has anything to do with my issues, I've been advised they want me to lower my BMI as part of my treatment plan. I should specify I am a small fat, so while they may be jerks, they will treat me, which I am aware is a privilege given how many women are denied fertility treatments based on the BMI system. I got quite emotional about it today and protested, explained that I didn't think forcibly shrinking myself was going to help me physically or emotionally. And while they were very apologetic, I am left feeling like if I refuse to try and shrink myself, it somehow reflects on me not wanting a baby badly enough. For navigating these types of unfriendly spaces, I want to trust they are coming from an evidence-based space, but also it feels like such a throwaway comment doctors use when they don't know what else to say. Sad face.
Okay, a lot of things are wrong in this post. You are obese and want a baby, and you've been having miscarriages and have been told that it's because of your weight. And so, okay, I'm confused. Do you want a baby or do you not? Because the amount of fat that you do have or lack can be a restriction on your body to allow you to carry a child. So, how many miscarriages are you going to take or go through before realizing that you need to do something about your weight? Plus, small fat. What is small fat? There is no such thing as small fat, big fat, infinite fat, or whatever fat term you have made up to describe how fat people are in your community. I would really advise you to listen to your doctors. Listen to medical advice, because those doctors, they know what they're talking about. If you want a baby, you will have to reduce your weight. And the same will apply for a woman who will be underweight, who will have lesser fat, because fat is an important unit in pregnancy. If you have too much of it, your chances of becoming pregnant will be affected. If you have way less of it, your fertility will be affected as well. So this is no discrimination against you because you are obese. It's sound advice from your doctors. We went to school for years to get their experience. And last but not least, can you all please stop with the shrinking of your body? Because when you lose weight, you are not losing anything else of your body. You are just losing fat. So stop with the shrinking body or shrinking myself.
age 21, I torturously struggled to lose from 230 pounds down to 180, but I simply could not maintain that loss. And I very rapidly, a bit longer than a month, rebounded to 250, an extra 20 pounds. 250 became my new set point weight, and I hovered around that weight for more than 30 years. Bottom line, the weight you are naturally is your correct weight. If you try to change that, you're likely to end up fatter in the long run. And if you repeat that cycle, you become quite huge. The extremely fat people you see are often the result of multiple weight loss attempts. And that's how anti-fat bigotry results in increased fatness.
No. If you try to lose weight and you succeeded, and then afterwards you gain weight and more, that's not because you attempted to lose weight to begin with. If you manage to lose weight, that's because you changed something in your lifestyle. And if you gain weight afterwards, that's because you came back to your old ways. So, no, don't use the fact that you were not able to remain consistent with a lifestyle as an excuse for nonsense that diets don't work. Because trust me, they do. And you just failed because you were not consistent or you refused to keep consistent at that. So no, fat people are not the result of them having tried to lose weight before. In most cases, and probably in yours, it's the result of refusing to do something about it and stick to it.
Diet culture is a manifestation of white supremacy. Diet culture and white supremacy. Diet culture and fat phobia are a manifestation of white supremacy and eugenics. This is not something I truly understood for a long time.
Well, the reason why you did not understand it before is because there's no basis for that. It is all made up. You and your friends in your movement made that thing up. Saying that diet culture is a manifestation of white supremacy, okay, we've heard this a lot before. Now it's diet culture. So far it's been obesity. People hating on obesity are white supremacists. No. And associating obesity and diet culture, whatever that is, to eugenics, that's also to say that being obese is a race. No, being obese is not a race. As a matter of fact, anyone from any race can be obese, and no one from any race is born obese. Obese is something that you become, not something you are born. So, no. I'm not sure what point you were trying to make, and there is no point to be made here. Plus, associating the poorness of your choices to oppression that other people from other races actually go through is very low of you. Like, how dare you compare the two? Because those who are oppressed is not something that they choose. No one chooses to be oppressed. Associating white supremacy to diet culture and therefore obesity, please no. No, 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 no. You choose to be obese. People from other races that are being oppressed, that's not a choice that they made. Black people who are being oppressed is not a choice that we made. Latinos who are oppressed, that's not a choice that they made. Obesity, on the other hand, that's a choice that you make. And that's a choice that you make every single day. And every single time that you stuff your face with food, you are making the choice to be obese. You are making the choice to be as big as you possibly can. So please, don't you dare compare white supremacy and obesity. Don't. Just don't. And last but not least, I have an idea for you. Instead of playing victim and spewing your nonsense just to feel better, why don't you own your own? Because you put yourself in your situation, no one else did. And every single day, you keep yourself in that same situation. You are doing this to yourself, no one else. So, yeah, it is about time that you own your own.
I had this happen to me. I was a size 145 and a white witch cast curse on me. I was sleeping one day. During my sleep, I felt 20 pounds come up on my body less than 24 hours. I was starting to break out of my skin. I could feel the weight gain. Less than 2 months, I was 240.
Okay, this has to be a joke, right? Like, seriously, this is irony or satire or whatever, right? Come on, this couldn't be true. You are obese because a witch cast a spell on you? Wait. You are obese because of a witch, not because of your actions. Wow. Plus, how does that happen from 145 to 240 in less than 2 months? How? Oh, a witch did that. Thanks for tuning in and see you soon.